All right, it is Wednesday, November 13th, 2024, and it is chilly out here in Western New York. The weather's definitely turned. I think there's going to be too much more time for sunbathing. But speaking of sunbathing, has actually nothing to do with what we're going to talk about. So I think we're going to wrap up this goal setting stuff and the alchemist conversation for now. And I want to share something, a thought. So somebody left a comment on my Instagram post about achieving goals and goal setting and what happens when we achieve what we set out to achieve, like what the next steps are. And Mr. Catalinus, the electrifying Highland strongman, grip strength athlete, so eloquently shared that there's a ton of goals that he has not accomplished, and that's what kind of keeps the fire going, right? The fuel to the fire, if you will. And I can't help but agree with him, because the list of my failures is much longer than my accomplishments, and I think that's what keeps me going as far as what I want to accomplish and like the goals that I have set for myself. And I think for the most part, most people might agree that that's what keeps them going too, is that not so much the carrot in front of the cart, right, on the stick, but the more goals we have, per se, or the larger the aspiration, right, the carrot might stay the same size, if you will, but the stick might get longer, right, and we just need to persevere and maybe work harder and readjust our process if we run into some setbacks. And I think I've talked about it before. There was a list that I wrote in like 2008 of all these things that I wanted to accomplish, and a majority of them I did not accomplish. And it is those things, those failures or lack of accomplishments by 2012, 2016, that really keep me going, that really add fuel to the fire. I wish I could think of something better, but I just dropped off all the boys, and that's where my mind is right now, fried. I do think that not so much the lack of accomplishment, but the lack of accomplishment yet is what keeps us going. And I always wanted to earn my doctorate, and I applied I think like 7 times to 2 different schools of education, and I was rejected every time, and I kept applying and I kept applying and I kept applying, and eventually, fortunately, I got accepted into a program. But it was the process of what else could I do better that really kept me fired up, that really kept me stoked, because I wanted to achieve that goal. I wanted to be a doctor, and I did it. And we're going to continue this conversation in a little bit.